Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Daria, and today's yoga practice is called Let It Flow. This is a very fluid, liquidy Vinyasa flow that's all about really just riding the waves of breath and letting one movement flow into the next. So it's an endless stream and endless cycles of breath. All that you'll need is yourself and some place to move, and whenever you're ready, let's get into it. We'll get started right away today in downward facing dog. So bring your hands to the top of your mat, root down firmly through all 10 fingertips, then tuck your toes behind you and glide all the way back, downward facing dog. If you'd like to begin a little more slowly and take a few cat-cows or a little seated breathing before we begin to move, that's absolutely great, and go ahead and do that. You can always pause the video and then meet me back in downward facing dog when you're ready. And take a big full inhale breath. Breathe up from your hands and your feet all the way to the top of your lungs. Big open mouth, clearing exhale, let everything go. One more breath here. Big full inhalation. Big open mouth exhalation. And then press down and forward more through your palms to invite the back of your heart toward your thighs. Lift up really tall onto the balls of your feet as you inhale. And then as you exhale, bend your knees deeply into your chest. See if you can hollow through your core and really press down to draw your heart closer toward your knees. And then begin to sink your heels close to the mat. Maybe they skim the surface or hover or come all the way down to roots. But keep your lowest set of ribs pulling together and down as you reground into your solid foundation here. And hug your thumb and your index fingers toward each other. And all 10 fingers toward the center of your palms. Really firm lock into the earth through your hands. And we'll begin with little baby ripples through the spine. So as you inhale, curl your sitting bones down towards your heels. Then hollow through your low belly, up through your ribs, all the way into your heart. If you like, you can come a little forward onto your toes. And then as you exhale, just glide everything back into downward facing dog. Inhaling as you ripple, just really subtly forward. And exhale as you ride it back. Try to be as detailed as possible. Really articulate through each vertebra with these little baby ripples. It's like somebody just dropped a small stone into a pool of water, and it just makes the tiniest noise and the tiniest movement. And take a couple more. And then allow the little ripples to build in intensity and in their expression. So rippling a little further forward, almost like you're going to shift into a high plank, but not quite yet. Just exaggerate the motion. And stay with your own breath, riding inhales and exhales forward and back. Try to keep your core connected, belly button hugging towards your spine. Now this time, inhale, rise all the way up to the balls of your feet and round forward to a high plank. Ripple forward, stay here. And then exhale, micro bend knees and elbows and glide back, leading from your sacrum all the way up into the sky. Again, inhale, lift up to the balls of your feet, wave forward all the way until you can't inhale anymore. Then pause at the top of the breath, pause in your high plank. And exhale, glide all the way back. Let the motion backward last for the entire duration of your exhale breath. One more just like that. Inhale, super slowly round forward, ripple forward. Hug your front body to your back body. Press the earth away from you. And then glide all the way back, recede back. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat now, and then step your feet all the way up. Toes come behind wrists. We'll take Ragdoll Fold. If you'd like to bring in a few ripples through the spine here as well, you can root your fingertips in front of your toes. Take an inhale, send your butt back, reach your heart forward, stretch your inner thighs toward the back of your space. And then as you exhale, stretch the back of your heart down towards your big toes. Or maybe stay in a more passive forward fold, reaching for opposite elbows or behind your head to totally decompress, drop your spine. And then ground your fingertips down if they aren't. Draw your feet together to touch. And slowly roll all the way up to stand, one vertebra at a time. Hug your belly button to your spine. Stack each vertebra onto the next. So it goes in a linear motion all the way up. Shoulders fall away from your ears. And your head rises at the top. Root down through your big toes, your pinky toes, and your heels on both sides. And as you inhale, sweep your fingertips out and then up overhead for Tadasana. Palms spin to face toward each other. Pinkies face forward. Shoulders are soft. Tone the arches of your feet and charge your quads as you inhale to reach even higher up into the sky. Then as you exhale, swan dive down. Reach back through your inner thighs. Reach forward through your heart. And let your fingertips skim the air. As they come all the way down, drop your head at the bottom. Inhale for a halfway lift here. Really traction your fingertips back towards your toes energetically to stretch forward through your head. And then exhale, plant your palms down. Step or float your toes back to a high plank. Lower chaturanga for 3. For 2, magnetize your elbows into the midline for 1. And then sink your pelvis all the way down. And then your heart and your chin. Untuck your toes, press into the tops of your feet on your toenails, and inhale to rise up for baby cobra. Activate your glutes, send your pubic bone up towards your sternum, squeeze your shoulder blades together, swell your heart forward from back to front, and then exhale, plant your palms, tuck your toes. Either move through tabletop or press all the way up to high plank. And as you exhale, we glide back, downward facing dog. And we'll flow 2 more times through this sequence. If you'd like to take any other version of chaturanga that you like, go for it. And whatever you feel, whatever you really want to do, any movements that you're craving in this Sun A, little adjustments you'd like to make, take them. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float up to the top of your space. And fold. Halfway lift to elongate as you inhale. Exhale, melt your heart down toward your toes. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Stretch down into the earth as much as you reach up into the sky. And then exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, stretch through your spine, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your palms, step or jump back to a high plank, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Press away from the earth. If you're in upward facing dog, activate through the tops of your thighs to pick them up away from the earth. And then exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze travels forward. Exhale, feet travel to the top. Halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, fold. Inhale, see how light and floaty you can be in your torso as you rise up from the strong roots of your feet, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, dive all the way down. Halfway lift. Inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale, keep a micro bend in your elbows. Press, press, press away. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. When you reach the back, take a big full inhale breath. Cleansing exhale, either out through your nose or your mouth, whatever you need. Inhale, lift your right leg high, lift it up from the inner thigh. Hips stay square. As you exhale, draw your right knee toward your left tricep or maybe up to your left armpit. Then sink your left heel down toward the earth. Press firmly into your right palm. Bend your left knee and hook your right heel on top of your left thigh. And take an inhale. Stretch your left fingertips all the way overhead. Reach your right hand and your left foot away from each other. Big side body stretch. Press away from the earth. And then as you exhale, revolve back to high plank. Keep your right knee pulling in toward your chest and shift onto the knife edge of your left foot. Press into your left palm and glide back into Wild Thing. Right toe step back behind you. Bring your right hand to the back of your skull and then stretch away from the earth. Expand your front body. Root into all 5 fingertips on your left hand and into your left big toe. And let this feel really good, like you're airing out your heart. And as you exhale, engage your core. Use it to draw you all the way back to a high plank pose. And float chaturanga, lower down for 3, for 2, for 1. Really strong arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Your choice. Choose your own adventure. Either keep your toes tucked or untuck them. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of your space. Exhale, travel there. Feet hips distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees deeply. Shift weight back into your heels. Then as you inhale, ripple all the way up through your front body. Fingertips reach high. Utkatasana, chair pose. As you exhale, sweep your fingertips back behind you. Stretch the back of your heart forward and bow your torso down on top of your thighs. 2 more like that. Inhale, ripple up. Keep a bend in your knees, but just a slighter one. Reach your fingertips high, gaze up. Exhale, palms glide back behind you. Elongate the back of your neck. 1 more time. Inhale, fingertips rise, stretch up through the tips of your ears. Exhale, palms glide all the way back. Inhale, root down into your right toes. Reach up with your left knee and both fingertips, or all 10 fingertips, both sets of fingertips. One-legged mountain pose, Tadasana. As you exhale, press forward through your palms and your left heel. Flex your left toes up towards your face. Outer left hip shifts slightly back. Charge both quads. And then reach fingertips and left toes away from each other. Skim the surface of your mat with your left foot. Glide all the way back to airplane pose. Cactus your arms as you transition. Press firmly down into your right foot. Shoulder blades and upper arm bones hug together. Then bend deeply into your right knee. Reach forward through your arms to counterbalance the action of stepping your left toes back behind you at 45 degrees. Big toe lands, then your pinky, then the knife edge, and the heel of the left foot. Inhale, warrior 1. Fingertips reach up overhead, and then settle here. Feel your foundation firmly underneath you. Pull up through your core, cinch your waist, puff your heart. As you exhale, dive all the way down to pyramid pose, folding over your right leg. If you like, you can always bring blocks under your fingertips here. And take an inhale to stretch your fingertips toward your toes as you grow back through the core of your pelvis and forward through the roof of your mouth. And then as you exhale, cascade your heart down and forward. Press your fingertips down and forward. Big hamstring stretch. Then root your palms, pick up your left heel, press away from the earth, and glide your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple your way forward to high plank. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. And right away, inhale, reach your left leg high, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to right tricep, cross the midline of your body, squeeze, then root your right heel, cross your left ankle outside of your right thigh. Reach up with your right fingertips and then all the way forward. Right knee can stay a little bent, micro bent, or stretch it towards straight by pressing it away from your left palm. And then revolve back to face the top of your mat. Rotate on your heel until you can bring the knife edge of your right foot all the way down. Pick up your left hand and your left knee. Step your left toes all the way back behind you. Stretch out into Wild Thing. Left hand comes to the base of your skull for support. And really feel your right shoulder blade underneath you, picking up your heart. Then engage through your core. Revolve all the way back to high plank pose. Left palm comes down, left toes step next to your right. And we'll float chaturanga for 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Open up your front body, expand. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze to the top. Exhale, travel to the top and fold. Halfway lift is your inhale breath. Fold again. Exhale, bend your knees really deeply. Shift weight back into your heels. Toes float away from the earth as you reach your fingertips, your heart and your eyes up into the sky. And then exhale, glide your fingertips back behind you. Stretch forward through your heart. 2 more. Inhale. Ripple all the way up. Exhale, glide down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, press down into your left foot. Pick up your right knee. Reach your fingertips up into the sky. As you exhale, press forward through your palms and the heel of your right foot. Right toes are actively flexed. Left toes clawing down, digging into the mat. And then begin to stretch everything away from each other. Keep your core connected as your arms reach up high. Skim the mat with your right foot. Cactus through your elbows. Reach back with your right toes. Reach forward with your gaze. Airplane pose. Heart stays puffy as you bend into your left knee. Reach your fingertips forward. Turn your right toes out at 45 degrees before you put them down. And then as slowly as you can manage, put down your right foot. Melt one tissue at a time into the earth. Then as you inhale, pull everything through the midline to reach your fingertips up high. Warrior 1. Root down through your big toes, your big toe mounds, your heels, and the knife edge of your right foot. Stretch up through your fingertips more than you think you can. And then on a big exhale breath, dive all the way down to pyramid. Frame your left foot with your fingertips. Inhale to stretch out through all the lines. Press your feet into the mat. Exhale, fingertips or hands press down and forward to intensify and deepen the fold over your left leg. Then pick up your right heel, root down through palms or through fingertips. Float your left foot away from the mat, hollow your core, glide back downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. And now we flow 2 more rounds through this sequence, connecting, linking breath and movement. Ride the waves of your own breath and never let the movement stop. Thread one right into the next. Inhale, stretch your right leg high. Exhale, cross the midline, right knee to left tricep, root your left heel. This time maybe stretch all the way out through your right toes toward the left side of your mat as you sweep your left fingertips to the top, press away from the earth. And then roll back through the midline, root your left palm, root your left heel, knife edge of your left foot. Right toe step back behind you. Inhale for wild thing. Exhale, revolve all the way back to high plank pose, lower chaturanga for 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, front body pose toward back body, downward facing dog, glide back. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Fold. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, sink back into your heels, fingertips ripple all the way up overhead, chair pose. Exhale, just 1 time stretch forward through your heart and back through your fingertips. Inhale, right foot roots down, left knee rises, one-legged mountain. Exhale, press everything forward like there's an imaginary wall in front of you to kick into. As you inhale, left toes come down. All 10 fingertips rise up, glide back through airplane pose. Keep your chest broad and proud. And then bend your right knee, reach forward through your fingertips, back through your left toes, turn them out at 45. See how slowly and deliberately you can put your left foot down to a line. For warrior 1, feet are hips distance apart, reach up. Exhale, dive down to pyramid pose. One breath right here. Inhale, ripple through your spine. As you exhale, root your palms, pick up your left heel, glide your right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Right heel roots. Stretch your left toes out toward the right side of your mat. Reach your right fingertips all the way forward to the top. Take your gaze into your right elbow crease. And then roll back through the midline. Left knee hugs into your chest as you swivel and pivot to the knife edge of your right foot. Left foot comes down behind you, left toes. Stretch it out, wild thing. Gather through your core. And roll all the way back to a high plank pose. Lower chaturanga for 3. For 2, always okay to lower to your knees if you like. For 1. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel there. Halfway lift. Exhale, heels get weighted as your hips sink. And then inhale, reach up through your heart, your eyes, and your fingertips. Exhale, glide your fingertips back behind you. Inhale, left foot firmly roots down. Pick up your right knee, pick up your arms. Exhale, press everything forward. Palms of hands, sole of your right foot. Charge your quads. Inhale to stretch everything away from the midline. Glide back. See how long you can feel through all the lines of your body. Reaching out through your toes, your fingertips, your heart, the crown of your head. Airplane. And then bend your left knee. Stretch your fingertips forward. Put your right toes down slowly, intentionally. Inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, pyramid. Send your outer left hip back and your right hip forward as your fingertips meet the earth. Inhale, to swell forward like a wave. Exhale, root down. Pick up your left foot, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. 1 more round. Inhale, right leg sweeps high. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, left heel, roots down. Right toes reach out, stretch through your side body. Swivel to the midline, right knee tucks into your chest. Right toes go back behind you. Inhale, expand, wild thing. Exhale all the way back to high plank. Ride your breath down, chaturanga. 3, for 2, for 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top. Halfway lift, elongate. Exhale, root your heels, sink your weight back, and then reach up all the way to chair pose. Exhale, fingertips reach back behind you. Inhale, right foot stays down, left knee lifts high, fingertips grow. Exhale, stretch, press everything away from you forward. Inhale, away from the midline like there's resistance. Open through your heart. Cactus through your elbows, fingertips go back, heart goes forward. Left toes reach back behind you. Reach so much that you have to. Start bending your right knee and reaching all your fingertips forward. Step into warrior 1 as you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, recede back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Stretch it out, fallen triangle. Reach, stretch through all your ribs on the right side. And then root your right palm. Swivel to the knife edge of your right foot. Left toe step back behind you. As you inhale, stretch it out. Wild thing. As you exhale, travel back to high plank and flow chaturanga for 3. For 2, it's your last one. For 1, inhale, upward facing dog, open your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step all the way up to the top fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, weight your heels, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, reach up. Exhale, glide fingertips back, stretch through your spine. Inhale, root into your left foot, pick up your right knee. Exhale, press everything forward, reach, reach, reach away from you. Thighs are engaged. Inhale, fingertips rise, right foot comes down, open your heart. Fingertips go back, heart pulls forward, and then toes pull you back so much that you have to bend your left knee and reach forward. Step your right toes down at 45. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, pyramid fold. Halfway lift, take an inhale. Exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Sink both of your knees down to the mat at the same time in the same way, and then shift your hips back to sit on your heels. Bring your palms to face up on your thighs, and close your eyes. Take a big, full, deep inhalation. Long sigh, let everything drop. Exhale. One more just like that. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, clear the slate, shoulders fall away from your ears. Take a few more moments here for you just to feel and to absorb and to let the flow of breath move in and out. And slowly blink your eyes open. Shift to sit down. Send your feet out in front of you. And then root the soles of your feet down to the mat. Bring your hands to the fronts of your shins. As you inhale, swell up from your toes to your heart. You can widen your knees and roll onto the knife edges of both feet. Use your hands as leverage to draw your shoulder blades together. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, round your spine, hollow your core, belly button pulls in. Again, like that. Inhale, stretch forward, lift up your heart. Exhale, glide back, hollow from body. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, this time reach forward through your fingertips and slowly roll all the way down to lie on your back. Draw your heels in so much that you can tickle them with your fingertips. And then press down into your toes and your back of your head and begin to peel your spine off the mat, one vertebra at a time. Imagine that there was a block between your inner thighs that you're squeezing there because you don't want it to fall out. Bring your shoulder blades more together underneath you and interlace your fingertips at the base of your spine. Now press and activate even more into everything that's connected to the mat. And feel into the expansion in the front line of your body. Grow the space from hip bones to knees. And stay here, or you can move into wheel by bringing your hands next to your head, fingertips face down towards your heels. Press into the mat, rise to the crown of your head. Set yourself up here. Magnetize your elbows toward each other. Press into the earth and lift all the way up to wheel. And let this feel really, really good. So you may not go right away into your maximum capacity or your largest wheel. Each time you inhale, back off a little bit by bending deeply into your knees. Then as you exhale, stretch the back of your heart through between your biceps. Feel your toes and your fingers rooting down. And then lift up right from your belly button like you're being pulled into the sky. 2 more rounds of breath wherever you are. And if you need to come out at any time, listen to that. And lift your heels, gaze up, and slowly lower all the way back down, one vertebra at a time. Step your feet out to the wide edges of your mat. Let your knees fall in onto each other until they touch. Let your palms drop beside you, facing up toward the sky. Release. You can close your eyes And drop in. Notice what you're feeling. Notice if there's anything getting in the way of the flow of the breath or the flow of life moving through you in this moment. And if there is, you could take a clearing breath. Release. Let it go and let it flow. And extend your left leg out long as you hug your right knee in close to your chest. And then on an exhale, find supine twist. Cross the midline of your body with your right leg. You might pick up your hips and shift them over toward the right side of your mat as your right leg, your right knee falls toward the left side. Open your arms out to a wide T. Try to keep both of your shoulders grounded down. Let go of any engagements, any activity. And then roll back through the midline. Right leg goes out long in front of you as your left knee pulls and give it a hug. And then cross for supine twist, left knee toward the right side of your mat and drop it down. And gently relax your gaze over your left fingertips. And totally surrender. Unclench your jaw. Let go of your outer left hip so the left knee can totally drop down. Breathe into your low belly. And then roll all the way back to the midline. Stretch both of your feet up into the sky and then relax them down. So it's like the tops of your thigh bones are pulling you down into the earth. And then do the same with your arms. So your shoulders are softly rooting down into gravity. You can relax your hands, your toes, your feet, and your fingers. And just feel totally suspended. And let everything flush down back into the earth. Now begin to shake everything vigorously. Your wrists, your hands, your ankles, your feet. Shake even harder and go even faster. It can be really wild, sort of chaotic. Shake, 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 shake. A little harder, a little faster. One more time harder and faster. And then stop. Shoulders and hips and pelvis, back of your head, pin down. Just feel the tingles, the buzzing, all that energy that you just created. Let it wash through every fiber of your body. And when you're ready, hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Curl into a tight ball as you inhale. Big open mouth exhale. Release into Shavasana, corpse pose. And let any remaining residue or debris or clinging or holding or tightness melt away on the stream of your exhale breath. All you have to do is absorb and be still and listen. Let your breath soften. Let your mind be quiet. And just notice the flow of your inhales and your exhales. to call your awareness back by tuning into little glowy pinpricks of light, like little fireflies all over, these tingling, buzzing sensations. And allow those to grow and expand and connect and collide with each other. Bringing little movements back to your fingers, to your toes. Roll one ear down toward the earth and then the other. And then stretch it out, long body stretch. Reach your biceps next to your ears, toes point forward, fingers go back. One more big inhale. As you exhale, roll to fetal pose, wherever you want to go, one side or the other. Drop it all down, relax. And then press into your palms. And rise your way up to a spacious seat. Root your sitting bones down and let your head be like a cloud floating up into the sky. Draw your palms to meet in front of your heart. Take a big inhale into the stream of energy that runs through the midline of your body, all the way from the root of where you sit, through the tip of the crown of your head. And exhale back down that same line and let it be like a wash, like a waterfall through your body. And then releasing at the bottom whatever you don't require back into the earth. Then lift your heart up towards your brain and bow your brain in towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you for practicing this flowy, fluid vinyasa sequence with me today. I hope that you're feeling a little bit more connected to your body and to your breath and to the flow, just these cycles of in and out. If you're not already, make sure to go down below and subscribe to my channel because that really supports me. I hope that you have an awesome day or night wherever you are. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.